We all know those GLP-1 injections work wonders, but that price tag almost gave me a heart attack when my insurance denied coverage. I was staring at a choice between paying my mortgage or paying for weight loss. Talk about a rock in a hard place. Then I found Elevate Health compounded semaglutide at just $58 with payment plans that don't require a second mortgage. Same medication, same results, but a price that real folks can actually afford. Visit joinelevate.com today. That's JOINELEVATE.com. Your wallet will be as happy as your waistline. This medication is not FDA approved.
Hi babes, and welcome to this episode of the Final FronTia. Now, as you can see, I'm still out of drag, but we're all about androgyny here this week because our guest is an icon of Drag Race UK and Canada's Drag Race versus the world. It's FIL.
Is this live?
No, this is literally genuinely. Poppy will start recording.
I was like, I haven't got other things to do today. No, just dedicate, just for you. But yes, I do.
This is the start of the podcast now.
Oh, I love that. Oh. Hi podcast people.
Hello. Thank you for joining me, FIL.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here to talk to you today. Looking as beautiful as you are in your natural self.
Oh, no, yeah, thank you. I'll take that because I know you're being sincere.
No.
You're one of the few drag performers who are actually sincere about things.
Also, because I think like drag has so many different levels of presentation that you can actually go from something like this. This is still drag. It's you. It's you.
Yay, it still counts.
It still counts.
Same person, one with Photoshop, without Photoshop.
Yeah, I would say like this is day glam drag.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. You know, like loads of drag kings would love to look like this.
I'm not sure they'd love to look like this, but yeah, they could try. Let's talk about you. Enough about me.
Oh.
Canada versus the world. That happened.
It did.
We've
I got
watched
a visa.
it. Did they actually sort out visas and everything?
Well, we had to. Canadian borders who are watching, yes, we did have a visa for me to come onto the show.
Love that. How was the experience? Let's talk about it.
Oh my God, I had such an amazing time. I think it was very different to the UK one. Mm-hmm. The Canadian one, I felt a lot more relaxed. And I think like any job, when you do things the second time round, you've learned stuff from the first time round.
Yes, definitely.
So the second time round is always much more fun. I knew what I was getting myself into and I knew my parameters for what I wanted and my boundaries of what I needed. Mm-hmm. So I'd be like, no, I'm not going to do that. No. Or like, I'm going to stand up for myself here and all that type of stuff. So I felt like, when you have experience, you get to do things a bit better and you get to enjoy it. That was the main thing. Going into the UK one, I was like, I'm going to enjoy it as much as I can. Didn't really.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
But then the second time, I'm like, no, this is such like a unique opportunity, especially for the type of work that I do, that I'm just like, when I enter into this world, I want to sort of give myself fully, but also know that I'm doing it for my creativity as well and my artistry. So, yeah. Lots of fun.
Are you quite an anxious person or are you very chilled?
I'm Libran, so it's a bit of both.
So that's why I asked. I was like, yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, oh no, I'm dead chill, dead confident. And then other times I'm just completely anxious.
Yeah.
Like, I think maybe even it's just maybe the minute before of doing something. I think that's when I freak out. Like, and all the other time, like preparing, all that type of stuff, that gives me confidence because I'm like, I'm learning things. I'm getting my muscle memory going. And then as soon as I get thrown into the situation, I'm like, fuck!
Exactly the same, especially doing Drag Race for the second time. Like, I really didn't want to be like as anxious as I had been the first time. There's something about it that I just like when you're waiting to do the runways and stuff. The only time I was like, I'm good, was when I'm talking to Rue or talking to the judges.
Oh my God, I'm the complete opposite. My knees get totally weak when I talk to Rue.
Really?
Yeah, because Rue's like your big boss.
Yeah.
Rue's like the CEO. Rue's like Alan Sugar with a wig.
My Alan Sugar is producer Poppy right now. But
right.
Yeah.
I feel the evil stares. But like, I think whenever you have your boss there, I get completely even more anxious and think that's why Canada for me was different because it felt like the bosses were having lunch in a different meeting room elsewhere, and we're just like having fun and doing things amongst ourselves.
Well, Brooklyn's done it, so she's like, she gets it.
Yeah, completely. So
She's only done it once, though. That's weird.
yeah,
She gets to host her own franchise.
I know, right?
Where's our franchise?
Babes, good luck. You got a while.
Well, we'll see how we go
Right.
when we retires from Drag Race UK.
Yeah, completely. But yeah, I think when I chat to you, I think it's more scarier. But and also because I'm shorter, you're at like eye level with her.
True.
So I'm having to look up to her automatically.
I really enjoy Canada versus the World, and I think I have to mention my favourite episode was the girl groups. Did you love that?
I loved it so much, and I'm so glad they did that in the first episode. Yeah, having watched the first season, I was like, I wonder if they're going to do the challenges in the same order. And I think for the amount of people that needed for a girl group challenge, yeah, it makes sense. But also the fact that they did a whole EP with 3 different songs that we had to like write to, and I was like, I love that. Like they've invested time into this challenge, and for me, like I love doing music stuff and like writing music. That was what was so fun about doing that one. And I think for my verse as well, I was like, oh, do I do a bit more of like a traditional like drag racy rap or something? And I tried doing it and I was like, it's not working, I'm not feeling it. And I think when I did things the way that I wanted to do it, then the joy sort of translated, and I really enjoyed that episode.
I feel that. That's like always my favourite challenge. I love doing that. And like, yeah, I kind of wish there were more of those. Like the songs are always the best bit. And I do think there's something about whoever is producing and writing the Canadian songs, they're always a little bit better than the other ones, I'm going to be honest. Like, I loved all 3.
Yeah, I love it. This beat. I can't, and that, like, it was in my head the entire time. And like, I think when I heard it back as well after the first sort of recording, we were all like, ah! Like, do you know when you just get goosebumps anyway from hearing something? But then actually when it sounds good,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, that's really fun.
It's a shocker.
That.
It's hard to do because like I'm sure people may or may not know, but like when you get the songs, you usually get like the empty verses, but sometimes there's someone there going like, da 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 ba 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 da, like giving you an idea of like noises that could fill it.
On ours, it was literally verse 1. And then you left it. And part of like whenever we're hearing back to the track now, we're like, oh my God, it's missing that little intro bit where they goes, verse 1, verse 2. But yeah, I think the UK girl band that we did, yeah, there was like some guide vocal, but I think for this kind of like Canadian one, there was nothing. So I think that's what gave me more free license to sort of play with melodies and stuff.
I totally agree because no offense to the UK versus the World team, but I hated it. I was like, please, can I have this with nothing, like no guide vocal? And they were like, yeah, we'll sort it out for you. They never sorted it out. So I was like over the top of this person going, da da ba da 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 da. I was there going, okay, I want to write my own thing. Stop making the noises.
Oh God,
it makes it so much hard. Yeah, it's so hard.
I think that episode was so much fun, and I think having girl band music, girl groups, like anything pop writing, like I want more. Give me more.
You are the first and only queen on any franchise who has released a song for every episode of the show that they've appeared on.
Yeah.
Which is honestly too much hard work for me, but like iconic.
Thank you. I couldn't do it for the Canadian season because it was such a short turnaround, but for the UK one, there's such a massive gap between filming and transmission that I was like, I could do this. I can write a song per runway outfit. And I think the runway outfits are so incredibly diverse in terms of theme, I think.
Yeah.
So then when I wrote it, I sort of imagining the diversity of the music and the genres and stuff and how it could be like a Spice album. You know, like how Spice Girls' first album was like so many different types of things. And the second one is as well, there's jazz, but it's all in a pop element. So I was like, how could I do like punk rock, but maybe some abstract FKA twigs, but maybe like some like poppy stuff, all within a drag race lens type of music. And that was a fun challenge for me to do coming out of the show. Because I think coming out of UK season, I felt a bit like disheartened by like the process, and I needed to find the joy again from that show. And I think writing the music gave me that, and it gave me a bit of a canvas to sort of explore my creativity again within that context. Yeah, so over I think the 6 months that I wrote the music, did the like videos, I sort of gained my sort of love for everything again. So it was like a full circle.
Which is lovely. I also think you're probably the probably the second person ever to have written a song inspired by Mr. Blobby as well.
And mine was Pudsey.
Oh, yours was Pudsey.
Yeah, totally. But I mean, like, BBC, massive characters. Yeah, completely.
Pudsey. Oh, that was like the joyful sort of boppy. I have listened
Sounds a bit
to
like
it.
Mickey.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah.
You touched briefly on the Spice Girls.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about your love of the Spice Girls.
They are, this is going to sound blasphemous, they were my gods of my childhood.
Valid.
Yeah, they were the hymns that I sung. They were the prayers that I spoke. Like, one day, let me meet them, let me be them. And as a young little Chinese boy growing up in Brighouse, like, Mel B was from Leeds. And Leeds is like my city that I can pop into and stuff. So I felt like it was attainable, that someone from Leeds who was a person of colour could be this global phenomenon. And as a like geeky little boy, I never thought that I could do stuff like that. And so Spice Girls sort of came out. And I love singing their songs. I made a Spice Boys tribute act for our assembly at school.
Nice.
All that type of stuff. And they sort of gave me that license to sort of have fun and be positive and embrace who you are and all that type of stuff. So that was my hymn and that was my philosophy and the stuff that I grew up with. Because, yeah, not that we're going to dive into religion straight away, but like how religion like has this way of giving guidance to people. Pop music does the same for me. So I think that's always been that type of philosophy that I've adhered to.
I mean, it also makes total sense because the whole idea of like, I have 2/3 of a theology degree, so we are doing this. The same way that, like,
I don't.
The process of like in a religious setting, there is like whether it's chanting or like the singing of lots of voices together in one
mass
space.
Gathering that's coming together to have a shared experience.
That's a gig.
Yeah, exactly. All of that. And I think, for me, I look at that in terms of an idea of pop sculpture, and that's what I've been sort of making since I was back at art school, is this idea of pop culture as a work of art, and how a mass gathering of people is also an artwork, like a Taylor Swift concert. The fact that like so many people congregate in one space to idolize this lady, like that is a moment in itself, and that's an experience that people go for, and that is an art. Like it's an art to get everyone there.
Interesting.
Yeah, see everything through that lens, really.
I feel like this is the interesting thing because like we're both Libras and I feel like we both have an obsession with like pop culture, but you've come at it from like a creative like art perspective, and I like very much attack it from like an intellectual like academic like.
I think that's our degrees. Maybe it's from how we've been trained. And
Probably.
I think that lens definitely for me, like going through an art education and trying to see things through a different perspective, that's how I approach it, essentially. So yeah, it must be from your education.
My 2/3 of a philosophy and theology degree.
That BA honours was well spent.
Well, I never finished it.
Well, you never need to. You still
Diploma of Higher Education. Yeah, very much so. That is interesting because it is from like a different perspective. Because I am obsessed with like all the reality shows. Like I have always said like I didn't know it, but from Big Brother in the year 2000, my life was probably going in this exact direction. Did you have like an affinity with reality television growing up?
Only with Pop Idol and X Factor and all the music ones. They were essentially not the platform, but I guess my doorway into a normal person becoming a superstar, that type of vibe, right? And X Factor, I mean, Drag Race, all the critics of Drag Race going, oh, there's no kings, or like, it shouldn't be on because it only has one style of drag. X Factor is the similar thing, right? Where it gives a platform to unknown people, to an industry that they want to be a part of.
Yeah.
And X Factor never represented the entire music industry. And I think Drag Race has that similar thing where it gives you one aspect. Like, and the fact that it's there is so important because it means that other shows could possibly come out in the future. And by taking that away, it's like, well, if you take away X Factor, it still doesn't mean anything. Like, it's just one part of it. And stuff like Pop Stars, it brought out Girls Aloud. Like, they, like, Nation's Sweetheart. Like, so there's definitely a value for reality TV shows like that and competitions. So yeah, anyone who sort of critiques Drag Race in that way, I'm like, it's a good job we have that show.
That's actually a really interesting point because I've never thought about the fact that, like, you know, you can't go on the X Factor if you're a band, or you can't, like, if you're trying to get out there with a screamo heavy metal guitar, like that would never have got you to the final.
Yeah, exactly. I think it represents one aspect, an offering towards the music industry, but doesn't represent all of it. And yeah, that's how I sort of accessed reality TV and thought about pop music. Yeah. But that's why I love stuff like Drag Race as the one platform that we've got for queer people who are unknown to get into the world of entertainment.
That's so true. Did you find, like, growing up and watching it, like, it was an opportunity for you to see yourself reflected from, like, a diversity standpoint? Because that is how I felt about Big Brother. I was like, there's a mixed race girl on that show. I've never seen one that isn't my sister before.
I love that. For me, absolutely not. There's never been a Chinese person really on the shows, and and an East Asian person. I only remember seeing Neighbours when I was very young, and there was a Chinese family that moved onto the street. They were only in there for like 7 days. Wow. And they were kicked out again. And I think that was the first time that I was like, oh, there's someone like me. And then the next person was this chef called Nancy Lam, who was on Channel 5. Like, I remember, like, she was this crazy woman that was like my auntie. And I was like, oh, so parts of my family could be on here. And then there was like Ken Hom, another chef. So I was like, okay, Chinese people are either chefs or the violinists, like Vanessa May.
Love Vanessa May.
And then Gok Wan came onto TV. And I was like, oh, wow. I love that. So that's only 5 people out of the entire billion of Asian people that I ever saw on TV that sort of represented anything that I want to be a part of.
And you're number 6.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
But I guess from that standpoint as well, Drag Race has done better by representing like East Asian culture within that, because you have had at least on the UK, there have been a few Queen's performers on there representing that.
Now, I think.
God, when you say it like that, I'm like, that's actually not.
Yeah, I think Something River and myself.
Is that it?
Yeah. And then, but I mean, it's better than 0 because I was cast as an alternate for season 3.
Yeah.
Right? So if someone was poorly, I would have gone on, and there would have been 2 Asians on that cast, me and River. Imagine.
Gosh.
We could overthrow the power.
Well, there was a double elimination at Snatch Game, so if you both had been on there, still, the cast would have carried on.
Can you imagine we both leave on that same episode?
Well, that was really bad. I don't think I've spoken about this, but on UK versus the World, because there has been a recurring theme that East Asian people have been eliminated at Snatch Game, I won the Snatch Game episode and won that lip sync, and I had to choose between Keta and Gothi. And I sent Keta home, didn't think about it. Then we walked off stage, and I remembered that Keta was half Indonesian. I burst into tears because I was like, that was like the one thing that I said to myself. Because like, you went home at Snatch Game, Hanjina went home at Snatch Game, Something went home at Snatch Game, I went home at Snatch Game as a person of colour who is not East Asian, and River also went home at Snatch Game, as did like Teresa, to be fair.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been like the best showing.
No, it hasn't.
And then I sent home someone who was half Indonesian. I burst into tears. I was like,
I'm part of the problem.
I am part of the problem, though. It's true. I should have got rid of Gothi. Yeah, I have. Yeah, no, I should have sent Gothi home just so that I hadn't.
You should have sent Gothi home.
Well, for a lot of reasons, I probably should have sent Gothi home. But
she took all that tuck tape.
Yeah. And for what? But it is true that it's like a recurring problem that like East Asian people go home at Snatch Game. And I wonder if that is connected to what you've said about there being a lack of representation generally. Because like, what characters are there to choose from that, like, Something did David Attenborough.
Yeah.
Which culturally is irrelevant to her. Yeah,
completely. I think it's hard, isn't it? Because part of it is we could have been the worst. We definitely were the worst or whatever. But there's also the other thing of going, oh yeah, you can't connect with an Asian person doing that character because there's more for them to catch up on as well, I feel like. So when we pick characters that have a dissonance with ourselves, it creates a jarring effect for anyone who's watching it anyway. And I think there's so many different layers of that. So I'm not saying there's like a curse or anything. I'm just saying there's a pattern.
I'm saying there's a curse that needs to be broken.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same when like someone asked me like, oh, Phil, what's your type in men? I was like, I don't think I have a type, but I've had a pattern of who I've dated. Like, and then like, I don't want to set it as a precedent for the future, but there's definitely been sort of a sequence of events that's happened the same.
Listen, this is what I say to producer Poppy all the time. Your type is not your type, it's your pattern. And we need to break that. Because it's clearly not been going well, Poppy.
Oh my God, for all of us, shall we have a group therapy session for dating?
Honestly. Are you seeking to date at the moment?
Oh, I think I'm always open to it. But with it being so busy, like even, oh my God, when we went to DragCon in LA, everyone was like hooking up left, right, and center, I feel like.
Were they?
Yeah, but I was like, oh, do you know what? I'm so tired. I think I just need to go get some tapas and fall to sleep.
Honestly, yeah.
But yeah, no, so much stuff was happening. I think everyone was in this bubble of like being in the heat. And I was like, absolutely not. I just want to watch Grey's Anatomy and tuck up in bed.
I saw none of that.
Oh, did you not?
No, not at all.
Probably because you were sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, also my boyfriend was there. But like,
okay, all right. Well, facts.
Yeah. But I didn't know that everyone was like having a little romance.
I'm not spreading gossip.
No, but we should.
But yeah, I think dating-wise, yeah, I'm always open to it. And I think there's a lot of stuff that I want to sort of explore as well within more of a theoretical setting in terms of like how dating and depiction of gender sort of intertwine and correlations between them. And I think there's lots of like the more femme that I get as a man, the less I can date gay men, like for example.
Interesting.
Because most gay men don't want to date a feminine guy, all right?
Yeah, because they're boring.
Everyone's posting pictures of like topless hunks and stuff.
Because they're boring.
I mean, like my taste as well is like vast, but I think I've had to sort of re-question what I'm interested in a lot. Like, oh my God, for example, this can sound really bad as well, but when I was a teenager, I never fancied Chinese men. And I was like, why is that? And then I went to Hong Kong and stayed there for like maybe 5 weeks, and I fancied everyone. I was like, he's hot. And it went back to that thing of representation, was that in the media, I've never seen anyone who's been championed as the sexy Chinese hunk. So your tastes are limited to what you've seen and what is classified as sexy or as hunky. And I think like my taste was programmed by that as well, by what I saw on TV. So once I questioned that, then I had to keep doing it all the time and go, actually, would I find, like, if I saw them all the time and the media told me they were sexy, I think maybe they would be.
100%.
Yeah, all that type of stuff.
That is a fact. Statistically, if you have a positive interaction with someone who is of a race or ethnicity that is not your own or is not to your taste conventionally, you are, I think it's something like 200% more likely to swipe right on someone of that race. And that is a fact from a documentary called Is Love Racist? The Dating Game, which aired on Channel 4 in about 2019.
Oh.
I know that because I was the assistant producer on it.
I love that. Well, I'm going to have to research your work. That sounds really good.
Yeah, but these are all genuine facts. And there is like so much data from like Tinder and stuff that's been researched by like people at Harvard that shows there's literally a racial hierarchy that sort of changes and shifts. And it's different between swipes on men and swipes on women. That's how it's categorized. That's not my language, but that is how it's categorized in the research. But an ethnically ambiguous woman has a higher chance of being swiped on, whereas in men, it's literally like white. And then everyone else is screwed.
Well, there's so much there to experiment with. I want to have a look. So even when I do my own experiments, right?
Yeah.
So I don't like paying for apps. So I don't. So then the odd time that I get, there's this little deal. You can have it at half price. Let's see what happens. So when you go and pay for like a dating subscription, you can see who likes you, right? So I do this thing where I get viewed as a man amongst men, right? So you can check that. I get 0 likes in like a week or something. Yeah. Like from gay men viewing me as a man amongst men. If I change to be viewed amongst women, which then like more straight men see, I probably get like 100 likes an hour, which is wild. And I'm using the same pictures. Yeah. So I'm just like, my target market is literally just straight men.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It probably speaks to like what you were saying before, but maybe there is something within gay men that, because masculinity is seen as the positive thing, and when we're younger, we tend to be criticized for being a little bit more effeminate. They rebel against that. And so they just want hunky, mask white men. And do you know what? We're talking about it now. Do you remember that whole phase where people would just put their preferences on Grindr and whatever and be like, no blacks, no Asians, no fat?
Yeah, no femmes.
Yeah. They still think that. They just know that they're not allowed to put it on their profile. Yeah. Everyone, like all my friends are like, but times have changed. Everyone's more open to things. You don't see stuff like that anymore. No. everyone got told that was rude.
Yeah.
So they stopped doing it.
This is the thing. So stuff like the pit crew, right? Which I love the pit crew guys. They're amazing. But when we were on the UK version, I was like, in confessionals was like, I don't want to validate the cis heteronormative muscly body. So I looked away. And I did. I kept looking away for every time they came on.
Oh, really?
And then I was like, oh, then I'll just give in now. Yeah. And then, because there is that thing of like, I know it's like, it's a jokingly thing, but it still reinforces that very binary type of presentation. Like, the 12 cast members presenting as women, and as women. Sorry, I need to move my mic closer. This phallic thing as I'm talking about the pit crew, and I'm pulling it away. And then having pit crew represent this very masculine hunk vibe. For me, there was a very like binary play, and I think there was something interesting there, but didn't have time to explore.
We literally, I feel like we need a dissertation at some point, because you've got a lot to sort of like say on these things. And that's like a huge part of your drag as well, because I find it fascinating, and I always say, I think it's like kind of, I'm going to say, I think it's like the thing anyone's done in drag is that you insist on he, him pronouns.
Yeah, well, thank you for thinking it's
It is.
But like, I never even thought of it as a thing, really. But it was more that I've always been misgendered, right? Going to Pret a Manger or whatever. They're like, ma'am, what can I get you on, madame? I'm like, just tea, please. And my voice goes about 10 octaves lower. Or if I'm peeing at a urinal and then someone comes in and they're like, I think you're in the wrong toilet. I'm like, I'm peeing at the urinal. How could it be the wrong toilet? Like, I'm actually using the urinal. Like, I think, so that for me, I was always wanting to reframe what those people saw. Like, so the fact that urinal disrupts their viewing or understanding of what gender looks like at a urinal. Yeah. So for me, I was always like, well, I'm very categorically a he, even when I'm stood here. So I think that just extended into the world of my drag, because I sort of see my drag as like an extension of myself. So yeah, so it was never a thing just to be like, like a USP type of thing. It was more like, no, that's my background. That is what I've been doing. And I'm really glad that Canada sort of showcased that pronouns like section this time. Because I think in UK they didn't show any of my confessionals, but they didn't show me talking about it. And I think people got confused when the judges were always like going, oh, he's walking down the runway, he's looking like this, and they just thought they were shading me. But I was like, no, they're actually being respectful. Yeah,
yeah. They were quite good at that though.
Yeah,
I was surprised.
Totally. I think when we had to write down all our pronouns and everything on our like induction form for Drag Race, I think they stuck with it, which is really good.
God, I don't remember that.
Well, probably it was one of the things that was introduced after. I think every season they're introducing something to look after the contestants a bit more, maybe.
That's nice. But
yeah, we had pronouns, lists and everything.
Gosh, you're making me feel like I'm like one of the old girls.
You are an elder.
I am. Oh my God, I really am. It's wild that it has actually been going for quite a while, hasn't it?
And like 17 years fully, right?
Yeah, and then in the UK since 2020? 2019?
6 years.
Yeah.
6th year, which is wild.
That is crazy.
Yeah. We're not old.
No.
We're not old. Botox.
Well, I'm so scared of needles. I wish I could, but I can't do it.
No, I've never either. I was
Have you
like,
not?
no, because I also feel like, no, I've never had any injections in my body, face, wherever, because I'm scared that once you start doing it, then it's going to start disintegrating even faster. And I was like, I've got my good Asian genes at the moment. I don't want them breaking down.
I'm riding off the back of being half Nigerian and hoping for the best.
Babes,
Yeah.
we got to do that. We got to do it. It's free.
Although I would like to. Like, I just want to see.
I mean, I'm curious. Like, because the thing is that I want to freeze what I've got, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we're leaving. We're like, oh, we want to do it, but we don't want to do it.
It's a strong, like, star sign.
It's a creative one.
I'm not as into star signs as I should be. But, like, do you think there is significance to, like, the Libra queens?
Do you know what? As much as I try and reject, like, a tradition or things, I try and look at things in new ways. That's why I also think, like star signs, we shouldn't believe in them as well. Because I'm like, we don't want to be, like, impacted by someone else's idea of what we should be like.
Yeah.
I think we should be free.
Free to be who we want to be.
Completely.
However, we can't be free right now because producer Poppy, as always, is lurking.
I know. I was like, oh, who's this gorgeous being to my shoulder?
At the end of every episode, we like to do, can you believe we're actually already like near the end?
Wow.
I feel like we've been talking for 5 minutes.
I know.
These are always...
So much more to say.
Right? These are always the best ones when like I just am like having a chat with someone and then it's like, what? We've been speaking for 40 minutes? What's going on? At the end of every episode, we like to do a scene. And producer Poppy, please enter the frame. I believe you have selected what we are going to be reenacting today.
Yay!
Jess has selected Spice World Boot Camp. Okay.
This is good. Okay, this is our audition for Spice World movie 2.
Okay. Have you done? You've done Victoria Beckham, right? In Sing the Pink.
Yeah, I played Victoria for so many years.
Yeah.
To the point where Mel C was like, "Oh my God, you're just like her." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." That is the best review, right?
Yeah, literally.
Coming from her friend.
You actually have done. You did Mutya as well in front of Mutya.
Yeah, I did.
You had some iconic moments.
Oh my God, that was so funny though, being Mutya in front of Mutya. And we were getting ready in the same room. And she turns around and she's like, oh God, I thought it was me, but it wasn't me. And it wasn't a mirror. And I was like, that is hilarious.
It's because you did like the sort of like baggy, like baseball.
Yeah, we
moment.
did a Capital FM ball look like the week after. But yeah, she was fab. I love Mutya. I love Posh Spice.
And John Buzz's Heidi in her. I love that wig. Siobhan.
Does that girl
Original
was?
MKS era. MKS. Do you have a favourite Sugar Babes era? Before we do Spice Girls.
Oh, I really love that first album. I still listen to that so much. Like, just let it go. All those things, like all the songs.
Wait, what was their first album?
It was One Touch. And it had like New Year on, Run for Cover.
Oh, yeah.
All the Overload, everything.
What was the second album?
Second album was Angels with Dirty Faces.
Okay, that's my like Sugar Babes era because that was the one that had, I believe it's called Shape featuring Sting.
Yes.
Which is my favourite Sugar Babes song ever.
That's a cover as well.
I love it though.
Yeah, it's really
And it's got like Sting's. Oh, I love it.
On that one, I also love Virgin Sexy, and I think that should have been a single.
Yeah.
Because I'm virgin sexy. And I was singing that as a young kid.
Controversial yet brave. Very controversial yet brave.
Roundabout in Brick House. I'm virgin sexy.
Teachers at your primary school being like, who is raising this child?
Oh, like my teacher, I really wanted to buy the Madonna sex book, like to research for media studies. And my teacher was like, I'll help you get it. It's fine. Let's set up an account for you to buy it. And I was like, oh my God, imagine that nowadays. No one would ever do that. No teacher would ever help you buy a Madonna sex pornographic book.
No, because they would get arrested. And where is that teacher now? Prison. That's where.
No, she's not. I'm not going to give you her name.
Okay. Mrs. Beep, beep, beep.
But I love that teacher supported me in my like endeavor to find out more about pop culture as a religion. So.
Do you know what? Yes.
And look at me now.
Yes, look at you now. About to reenact the Spice Girls. Okay, who do you want to be? Because there's several roles.
You want to do Mel B and bring it back to the Snatch Game moment as well?
Listen, I am one of very few people who got sent home at Snatch Game and then won Snatch Game, so I will take it. I will revisit.
Redeem Mel B. I definitely want to do Baby, because when I was in Spice Boys, I pretended that I was Baby with my Chinese short hair.
I love that you did Spice Boys in Assembly. I actually did Five, the band Five.
I love that.
Yeah, we performed an album track.
Slam Dunk the Funk. All right, well, okay, I'll do Bootcamp Man then.
Okay, shall I do Ginger Mel B and you do Baby Mel C?
Yeah, that sounds good.
And Bootcamp, and then we will both do all.
Okay, so rolling Spice World Bootcamp clip. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Never give up on the good times. Gotta believe in the work you'll find. Never give up on the good times. Never give up on the good times. Wow. Love it. Make all mothers proud of you. What sort of man are you anyway? Left, right, left, right, left, right. So that's Bootcamp Man done. All right. So together. 3, 2, 1.
We're the Spice Girls, yes indeed. Just girl power is all we need. We know how we got this far. Strength and courage in a wonder bra. Can I just say it says wonderful, but I remember this scene, so I corrected it. Would it work with only one?
Look at me, I've got no fun. Would it work with only 2?
We need more for what we bring. Would this work with only 3?
There's a I was like, There's a crap. It doesn't say that. It says three's a crap. Three's a crap, that's company.
Would this work with only 4?
Nowhere close, we need one more.
It's enough, take my advice. We need 5 with the power of 5. Spice, you're right, it is the power of spice, yeah.
Give it up,
give it up, take it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's like we can't count.
Go. 12.
6 inches.
Very that. Well, that happened. That was our scene. I loved it.
End scene.
That was Jess's first selection of a scene. And Poppy, I would like you to select the scenes moving forward. Thank you.
She transcribed that whilst we were talking.
Wow, that's Do you know what, Jess? Props for Jess.
Yeah.
It is hard work.
She actually wasn't listening to us.
True. That is a good point. Listen, Poppy and Jess, start your own podcast if you want to get involved. FIL, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been lovely to chat with you properly.
It has been. And I really appreciated your time returning to our screens on Canada versus the World, which at the time of airing of this episode of the podcast has finished. So we both want to say congratulations to Lemon for the win.
Congrats, Lemon.
So we both want to say congratulations, Alexis, for the win.
Why bother?
Yeah, Lemon's won. Let's be honest. I'll be honest, at this top 4, sorry, it's actually top 4 right now, so we don't know who's won, but it's Lemon. I want Cheryl to win.
Yeah, oh my God, completely. The fact that she's gone so far, and I think she's really deserving of that.
FIL, thank you so much. What are you up to? Where can we find you? What are you doing? More music?
Oh, yes, I'm working on some more music, and I think I'm going to explore my artistry. Do you know what? The beauty about having done Drag Race now and it having come out, I don't know if you feel the same, is that you can actually get some time off and you can lie in and you can do some normal human stuff like cook food and stuff like that.
I've been cooking a lot recently.
God, so I want to do some normal stuff, but I'm writing loads of music and I'm really focusing on doing more creative art, fashion, everything.
Wow, you are wearing art and fashion right now.
I want to say, I don't want to talk about this outfit really quickly.
Yeah, do it.
Because this outfit, do you know how we were meant to talk about fandoms?
Oh, yeah.
But this outfit was basically everyone that came to my booth during DragCon and signed stuff like, I want to see you on Versus the World. I want to see you in Canada. So it was basically me appearing on that show was because of all these people that were on here, all these nice things. And I was like, I'm going to do it for you. And I'm going to represent this outfit on this podcast today.
Oh, that is so lovely. So basically, you're the opposite of Chapel Roan. You actually appreciate your fans.
Yeah, no, I do. And I think, it's so important because they're the ones who watch the show. When you have 4 judges watching, you don't really know who else is, out there, right? Until you get to events like these. And everyone's like, oh, I watched it. This means this to me and all that type of stuff. So I love that interaction. Art doesn't exist without a viewer.
That is so true. We are very similar because, one thing... Sorry, this is the end of the podcast, nearly. On my original season, series 2, we had to have a pink and red outfit for the end of the thing. And I ended up wearing what was meant to be my makeover outfit so that I could turn up as RuPaul because she had said if you had a team of 50, you'd look like me. So I was like, lol, let me turn up looking like her. But my original outfit, basically, there was a girl who used to refer to us, I think she still calls herself Pom Pom Megan. She used to have pink hair, wear pom-poms. She was obsessed with Cheryl, loved drag, still loves drag, but is now an adult, so loves it in a different way. And I was going to wear my little pom-poms and be like, I'm dressed as Pom Pom Megan in the final of Drag Race, because I thought it was my way of being this doesn't exist without you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cute. Yeah, no, good on the fans.
Yeah, slay foods.
Yeah, completely.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait for more music, more La Philosophy.
Yes, let it spread. Spread the word.
Do it. Bye.
Bye.
No, that's literally genuinely how I end the podcast. I'm like, okay.
Bye.